I lost my home, my furniture, my clothing, my job.
Here's the building, and this is the ground in the building. See how they're separated? So it can move separately.
Sementara di belahan lain dunia, saudara, gempa terkuat selama 25 tahun terakhir melanda California, Amerika Serikat akhir Agustus lalu. Dan ternyata gempa ini telah diprediksi para peneliti jauh-jauh hari.
Dan rekan kami Olivia Rosalia dan kamerawan Bondan Wicaksono mewawancarai para peneliti ini hanya 2 bulan sebelum gempa melanda, termasuk juga menelusuri patahan bumi yang membuat retakan dan pergeseran jalan serta bangunan-bangunan di tengah kota di California.
Napa, California, Amerika Serikat, 24 Agustus 2014, dini hari. Gempa berkekuatan 6 skala Richter tiba-tiba mengguncang. Puluhan orang terluka, sedikitnya 3 orang tewas. Gempa ini tercatat sebagai gempa terkuat dalam 25 tahun terakhir di California. Seketika, kota yang terkenal sebagai penghasil minuman anggur, Napa, dinyatakan dalam status darurat. 2 bulan sebelum gempa terjadi di Napa, kami bertemu dengan Jim Lancaper, peneliti United States Geological Survey. Bersama Jim, kami menyaksikan patahan Hayward yang nyata di pusat kota Hayward, California.
Is displacement, slip, or movement from the Hayward Fault moves in this way, right laterally. It's called strike slip movement, and this is what the San Andreas Fault does, and the Sumatran Fault does the same thing. And this moves about 0.5 centimeter every year. And you can follow the fault trace by walking along these cracks in the pavement.
Tak hanya 1-2 patahan yang kami temukan, garis berupa retakan penanda gerak dari patahan Hayward melintang di sepanjang jalan raya dan bangunan. Bahkan, beberapa gedung pun mulai bergeser karena aktifnya patahan ini. Jim yang mempelajari paleoseismik atau sejarah gempa memperkirakan gempa akan mengguncang dalam waktu dekat.
Well, it's based on part on what I do, paleoseismology, looking at the geologic record to see how often earthquakes have happened before, like the Hayward Fault. We have a long record of earthquakes in prehistory. In the last 2,000 years, there have been 12 earthquakes. So we know about how often they come. And so we know because we know when the last one came, we know approximately when the next one will come. And that answer is about now.
Prediksi Jim pada awal Juni jadi kenyataan. Agustus, gempa melanda. Melalui surat elektronik, Jim mengatakan pemicu gempa ternyata patahan aktif lain yang selama ini tak terlalu banyak punya cerita. Para geologis kini mempelajari patahan West Napa untuk analisa masa datang. Pada kenyataannya, California memang salah satu wilayah rawan gempa di Amerika Serikat. Tak heran bila kemudian berbagai pendekatan penelitian pun dilakukan untuk mempelajari gempa demi mencegah jatuhnya korban.
So this is an area where we tend to, no matter where the earthquake is in the surrounding area, it tends to have stronger shaking. So that's one of the things that we try and build in to the models that go into developing the building codes and so forth, so that in this case it's mainly taller buildings, which we don't have many quite in this area. They need to account for this compared this stronger shaking in this region compared to say other places.
Kepala Proyek Pengawasan Gempa United States Geological Survey menuturkan pada kami betapa pentingnya keamanan bangunan bagi keselamatan warga saat gempa.
It is so important that new buildings be constructed according to the best practices of the International Building Code and to retrofit older buildings that we understand to be at risk so that they don't collapse during an earthquake. The phrase that you hear often is, earthquakes don't kill people, buildings that collapse during earthquakes kill people.
Untuk proyek menghadapi bencana, Federal Emergency Management Agency, serupa dengan Badan Nasional Penanggulangan Bencana, menyediakan dana puluhan juta dolar Amerika Serikat, setara dengan ratusan miliar rupiah.
FEMA does a lot of work with the structural engineers across the country to develop better building codes and better building techniques. We also provide direct aid through grant programs to state and local governments. In 2014, the U.S. government will provide $43 million in pre-disaster mitigation money. This can go both for wildfire mitigation and for seismic projects, strengthening roads, bridges, and public facilities.
Gempa bumi, bencana tanpa peringatan, menerjang tanpa memberitahu. Keselarasan komunikasi dan koordinasi antara semua pihak, instansi terkait, menjadi kunci penanganan ketika gempa melanda.
We do contingency planning with the various stakeholders that would have to come together and respond. The value of that is it's a common understanding of the problem. It's a commonly held concept of operations in terms of what we would do. And then everyone can know today what their role is when the actual event happens. It's more how we can effectively support them in what are very stressful circumstances. That's a role that the federal government and FEMA, our particular agency, can assist with by providing that background and that experience to support that local official who is dealing with a very stressful situation.
California terus bergulat, bersahabat dengan gempa, terus mencari tahu cara mengurangi dampak buruk bencana ini. In San Francisco. City Hall of Hayward ini adalah salah satu tempat tersibuk tadinya. Ini adalah pusat pemerintahan kota ini. Namun ketika gempa melanda, tempat ini menjadi sepi. Gedung ini rusak dan sampai hari ini masih rawan. Satu-satunya keramaian adalah tempat bermain yang disengaja dibangun di sini. Namun warga tetap harus waspada karena adanya retakan atau patahan yang melintasi bahkan di pusat kota. Olivia Rosalia, Bondan Wicaksono, California, Amerika Serikat. The morning fog may chill